Hi, I'm Dan Harley, President of Prime Concepts for Internet Solutions, where our success is your online success. And in this video, we're going to talk about digital phone services. And I'm going to ask you a very simple question. I know the answer is pretty obvious. The question is, are you ready to save money on the most important service for your business? If you are, then let's continue on and find out how we're going to do this. Okay, it's a given that phone service is the lifeblood of any business. I mean, forget websites, forget emails, forget your rent, office space, and all that stuff, stationary business cards. It comes down. How do you expect your customers to call you? If you don't have a phone, you're out of business. The most fundamental thing you need in any business. And the old POTS phone services know this very well. By the way, POTS stands for plain old telephone service. This is kind of a terminology used by, I guess, us techies and stuff like that, people in the internet industry. Even the phone companies use this too. So, anyway, you're gonna hear me mention POTS a lot, and that's what I'm talking about. Plain old telephone service. They've had a monopoly over phone service for quite a while. You recall AT&T, and even after that, the Baby Bells and all this stuff. They pretty much had a monopoly over who you're going to go get phones through. It's through them. Okay, and they know that businesses need to be online, need to have their phones. They charge business extra for the same, basically terrible service that you would get at your home. You know, and they charge you for service you don't need, and I'll quite often charge service you don't want. And what really gets under my skin is the real terrible customer service. Let me tell you a little bit about my personal experience with my business. My old POTS phone service. I have a home-based business. I had one phone number. It was a business line, and so I got charged extra for it. And I got into what I thought was a good plan called a freedom plan, but all it really did was freed me up more of my money every month. I had a handful of features like call waiting, call forwarding, three-way calling. I did have unlimited national long distance. Well, looking back, at not a whole lot of features at the time. It looked like a lot from having the only resource available for me to have phone service. I thought that only resource. I thought they were giving a great deal. Also, they had for Yellow Page advertisement that really didn't need or want. Being an internet marketer, I obviously try to capitalize and be on the internet as much as possible. Now, granted, years ago, the phone book was the number one most important way for a small business or local business to get new customers. But when I transitioned over to digital phone services, this is back in 2006 or so, even back then, the phone book was really falling to the wayside of getting new customers. I mean, I tracked this up quite a bit, and even the little bit that I get charged, well, it wasn't really a little bit, but what I got charged from the phone company for my Yellow Page ad, and all it was just a bold listing. That wasn't even returning my investment in advertising costs especially compared to other stuff I was doing. So I really didn't need a Yellow Page listing, but I had to pay charge for it anyway. One thing I did need though was conference calling, because I would quite often would talk to my clients and also talk to one of my service providers, and I needed to be on the phone at the same time. And that was an extra service, and it was very expensive. Was charged a fee per month, and then for the call, 10 cents a minute for each person on the call. Now, I needed the service, I paid for it, but gosh, man, I tell you, my bill got to run up pretty quick. So, terrible customer service. Every time I call for something, and I would, unfortunately, if I would call more often, it'd probably be even worse. But 10, 20 minutes on hold is not uncommon. One time I was on hold for almost an hour, and quite often get transferred or get hung up on. It would take me half the day sometimes just to solve a simple problem. And all this just fantastic phone service was costing me around $100 a month just for one phone line. And just because it's a business. I mean, if I claimed I was a home, a Just residential, it probably cost me about half so much, but still, that's quite a bit of money. Now, my current phone system is a digital phone service, so some might be known as VoIP phones. I currently have several phone numbers and not just one. Now, I only had the one line technically because I'm still home office. But these several numbers here, I have advertising that goes through. I can track my ads and track my through all these different phone numbers. They all route to wherever I want to route them to, either be it my own phone or ring a separate ring or to my cell phone, whatever. But these phone numbers, I have several instead of just one. And now I also have unlimited long distance service to U.S. and Canada. I have very competitive international rates because I have a lot of clients out of the United States now, and I also get $5 a month credit for international calls. Perhaps one of the important features is unlimited conference calling. I get it for free. So now I also have loads and loads of features. Call waiting, obviously, which is a standard issue thing across any phone line, I think. Smart call forwarding. I had this system, not just don't just forward to, let's say, one phone number. I can have this my main line forward to several phone numbers, and which is a very neat feature to have. But basically, it can follow me. I have my phone ring anywhere I'm at, in case somebody needs to get hold of me. Also has what's called smart voicemail. This basically it's digitized more or less. It's digital voicemail. I also got an email notification and a text message notification on my cell phone. So anybody that calls, I could find out pretty quick. Within half a minute that somebody called me. Three-way calling, which is very, very helpful. Also has Smart Ring, where, as I mentioned, with the smart call forwarding, I can have my phone ring at several different locations instead of just the one. One thing I didn't realize I had was hold music. This is something my phone service didn't tell me I had, but my clients and friends called me up and said, "Hey, I like your hold music," and I swore to God with them I didn't have the feature. I didn't realize I had it. Another interesting feature is the web control panel. I mean, this is where I can manage all my features. I mean, I have to call up and dial this and dial that, and spend 10-15 minutes just to set up all my call features through a touch-tone pad. I mean, that's a pain in the butt if you really have some really complex things that I'm doing here. I can manage all my features on the control panel. I also can review all my call histories immediately. And if I make a phone call and I hang up, it'll be registered within a couple seconds. I also pay my bill online too. And I got many more features. Just too many countless features I can't even. All of these features I don't even realize I have. Now, something that's really important to me is the phone service is very, very portable. The service as well as the equipment. I am traveling quite a bit. In fact, as of this, I'm actually creating this video in Hanoi, Vietnam right now. And so I can, so being able to be portable is very important to me now. I can set up my office virtually anywhere in the world, and all I really need is internet access. I can accept and make calls from anywhere in the world. I also make unlimited free calls back to the United States and Canada. So, and this is something. Oh, and I'll tell you something. Customer service. One thing that my old POTS company tried to scare me with is the quality of service is not anywhere close to what they could provide, and that was completely untrue, absolutely untrue. In fact, last year alone, only made one customer service call. One, that's it. It lasted less than 10 minutes. I was on the hold maybe 30 seconds. And they fixed the problem. And I wasn't transferred or put on indefinite hold like I usually am with the other company. And I received a follow-up email with the personal extension of the person I was talking to. I mean, it was I was just impressed. So now the beauty of all this is I get all this and a whole lot more that I'm not even mentioning for less than $30 a month. I gotta tell you that I get a lot more phone service for a lot less money. And if you don't notice this already, I'm extremely happy with my service. And also, I got many of my clients, business associates, are extremely happy too, because they've been noticing what I've been doing and reducing my phone bill and getting a lot more service. And I hook them up as well. And every one of my clients that goes this route, they're very happy with the transition. So I'm going to ask you something here. If you're sick and tired of paying through the nose for your terrible phone service, give me a call. Okay, my phone number is 760-247-4814. You can see it on my website and all that stuff. Let's talk. Let's hook you up. Let's make a plan to save you some money, save you a lot of money. Your most important service, which is your phone. Okay, there's no sense, no rhyme or reason in this day and age to continue paying through the nose for terrible service, as you always had for quite a long time with your own phone service. I mean, do you think they're ever really going to treat you any better than they are now? I mean, they're not going to really care. They didn't care about when I left, really. So, think about that. Just give me a call, and we'll hook you up. My initial consultation is free, so I'm not going to cost you anything to talk to me, and we'll make everything happen. Other than that, I want to thank you very much for your time, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.